Nagoya Protocol. Nagoya Protocol is an ancillary protocol to the Convention of Biodiversity. Convention for Biodiversity is meant, this is an agreement, international multilateral agreement that is meant to protect and conserve the biodiversity of the world, and also we can do it by sustainable use of the biodiversity and fair and equitable sharing of the knowledge or the benefits from the biodiversity equally among the nations, that is the signatory nations of this convention. So basically, protocol is a blueprint of a set of rules or procedure that the signatory members of the CBD, the Convention of Biodiversity, that these signatory members are to follow these guidelines to reach the target, that is conservation of biodiversity, sustainable use of biodiversity, and access and benefit sharing. So in order to meet these three targets, a set of rules or protocols has been made, and there are two set of protocols. One is Nagoya Protocol, another is the Cartagena Protocol, that has been set to meet the target of the Convention of Biodiversity. Hello friends, I am Dr. Ayantika, and this video I'll be discussing about Nagoya Protocol, which is very important. In many competitive exams, this type of question come on Nagoya Protocol, Cartagena Protocol, as well as the question based on Convention of Biodiversity. So both in CSI and NET, as well as the set exams of various states, this question has been repeated on these type of ecological treaties, ecological conventions, as well as protocols. So in this video, I'll be discussing about this GSET question, that is Nagoya Protocol. So this is basically the GSET question that I was talking about, that is Nagoya Protocol. It is about the Nagoya Protocol, and you have to just pick out the correct option, and I'll be discussing the correct option after I just make the discuss the Nagoya Protocol, and hope by the end of the video you will be yourself able to solve this question, but I'll be discussing it anyway at the end of the video. So basically, Nagoya Protocol will be discussed with the examples, that is case studies, both international as well as in Indian scenario. So the motto is access and benefit sharing. So access to the genetic resources. This means that any genetic resource, for example, any medicinal plant used by any traditional healer of any tribe. Earlier, it was the medicinal benefit of that plant was limited to that tribe, but now, due to mutual exchange of knowledge of that genetic resources, foreign universities can come and research on the bioactive compound of that medicinal plant. So, the foreign university that is coming to that tribal village to do research on the medicinal plant will get access to this genetic resource, and that is basically what access to the genetic resource is. Then fair and equitable sharing of benefit arising from utilization of the CBT. So fair and equitable sharing, it means that the country of origin of that particular genetic resource, for example, any medicinal plant, that country of origin of that medicinal plant and community where this medicinal plant is used by the traditional healers, they will also get monetary and non-monetary benefits from that mutual agreement. So, what are the monetary and non monetary benefits? In monetary benefits, It can be providing infrastructural facilities like school, colleges, research facilities, and many other type of philanthropic donations like books to the country of origin of that particular genetic resource. And also it can include non-monetary benefits that can include educational training or any research training to the students of the country where the medicinal herb is native to. So these educational training facilities, workshops, research facilities, and all these are come under non-monetary benefits. So we see that the country of origin of the of the genetic resource is getting benefited both monetary, non-monetary, as well as the other country which is doing research on that genetic resource is also getting benefited because they will be doing research and they will be commercializing that particular knowledge. They will be commercializing it to make more medicines, and that the commercial benefit will also be equally shared. That is 50% of the commercial benefit will be shared to the country of origin of that genetic resource. So this is fair and equitable sharing of the benefits. So this Nagoya Protocol, it is a supplementary, one of the supplementary agreement of the CBD, and we know that the CBD has three objectives. Convention of Biodiversity has three objectives, that is to conserve biological diversity and to make sustainable use of its component. Sustainable use is the use when we use it efficiently so that we do not exhaust that biological resource. We use it in a very wise way so that it is not getting endangered. And fair and equitable sharing, that is what I discussed in this slide. So basically these are though the fair and equitable sharing is the main motto of Nagoya Protocol, but as due to fair and equitable sharing, this will cause conservation of biodiversity as well as sustainable use. So we see that all the three objectives, they are interrelated. So once we share any biological resource fairly and equitably, naturally there will be protection of biodiversity, conservation of biodiversity, and because there will be a sustainable use of that particular animal or plant. So this is an overview. This in 2010, a Nagoya Protocol, the basic draft was actually made, and it was adopted there. And in 2010, and in 2014 it was entered into force. Adoption means basically the whatever the rules, set of rules was set, and then it was actually agreed there in 2010, but then it was entered into force, which means that it was the nations, they agreed, they signed for this protocol, and then in 2022 it was ratified. Ratified means that any signatory to any protocol, they have signed it, that is in 2014, but after signing it, has any every country has to actually get a permission, green signal from every layer of a democracy. For example, any country, say for example in India, even if it has signed any treaty, it need to be permitted by the parliaments and the local governing bodies. So only after these processes are done, then only we can say that we are able to ratify the treaty. And that type of ratification was in 2022, and by 137 parties. which means that this is not just international but also a multilateral treaty. It is a treaty of 137 nations. But unfortunately, this treaty was not signed by many powers like USA, Canada, and Russia also. So we see that the major um, economically important countries, they have not actually signed this Nagoya Protocol. So here we see the same thing that I have been talking. All these parties that is in blue, they are the parties and they have actually ratified it. These green regions, these are the parties which have signed it but not ratified the Nagoya Protocol. And that I was talking. We see that USA, Canada, China, they are not a part of this. I mean, that is they have not signed it, and some of them, that is this Canada, this is a party of the CBD but has not signed, and US, it is non-signatory, as well as it has, as because it is a no, it is non-signatory, so there is no question of ratification also. So basically, we are not getting these developed countries as a part of Nagoya Protocol. However, the good thing is that many countries in Europe, almost all the countries in Europe, they are signatory member. That is, almost the entire EU are signatory as well as ratified members of this Nagoya Protocol. So let's see what are the objectives. So as I was talking, it was a set of rules. Any protocol are basically set of rules. So this is the Nagoya Protocol. It is basically the set of rules. They provide a legal framework so that any confusion arising will not be possible, because once it is a legal, so we are very much clear about we get a clarity of what to do, and in what process it will be done, that is the the terms and conditions of sharing of resources, so all will be very clear and transparent, as because the set of rules were set by very eminent personalities, and they were legal personalities involved, so these rules are not arbitrary, they are very much fair and equitable. And these rules, because of these rules, there any party of this mutual sharing of benefit, they will be get prior information, that is, there will not be any confusion regarding how to share and what are the various terms and conditions. So they will be properly informed. Parties who are sharing any genetic resources, they will be properly informed about the terms and conditions, and then if they agree to these terms and conditions, then only they will mutually agree to sharing. And for mutual agreeing of sharing, there should be a permit should be issued, then only the mutual sharing will be possible. So this is basically the objectives of sharing of genetic resources, and that is the Nagoya Protocol, and I will be explaining it with case studies. But let's have a brief look about the history. That is all, it started in 1992 in the Convention of Biodiversity. And we know that for any convention to fulfill the target, protocols are drawn. So this Nagoya Protocol, the very blueprint of this Nagoya Protocol, or precursor of Nagoya Protocol, was actually drafted in 2000, and later in 2003, a precursor of Nagoya Protocol by the name of Bonn Guidelines, it was implemented. So in 2003, The precursor of Nagoya Protocol, which is known as Bonn Guidelines, was implemented. Later on, in 2010, that is in Nagoya of Japan, Nagoya Protocol was adopted, which means that the final draft of Nagoya Protocol, it was adopted there. And in 2014, it was entered into force, that is, all they have signatory members have signed it, and later it was gradually ratified. So 196 parties are there in Nagoya Protocol now that have signed, and that was in 2016. So out of this 196 parties, only 104 are able to now ratify this protocol up to 2018. And in 2019, an interim session was called, and further to improve the protocol guidelines, this to the interim session was called. And by 2022 2022, this most of the countries, they have ratified it. So the case study that I'll be talking about is this Melanesian as well as this Polynesian islands. So this is actually part of Oceania. We see these are the Melanesian in dark blue, and these are the Polynesian islands in light blue. So we will be talking about New Guinea, Cook Island, Samoa, and Vanuatu. So basically, this will be the international case study of Nagoya Protocol. So the first study is Papua New Guinea. We see that it is a Melanesian island nation, and it was a traditional knowledge that many plants of this area, they have been used by traditional healers to that is bioactive product that acted against viral as well as bacterial diseases. So there was a focus in providing drug that is active antibiotic against this HIV and TB. This is a viral and bacterial disease. So traditional knowledge of the people of Papua New Guinea, traditional healers, they were used, and they were used by this party. The parties to these um, benefit sharing were University of Minnesota, University of Utah, and as well as University of Papua New Guinea. So these, they were actually doing research work on finding out the bioactive product that is present in the medicinal plants that will help in formulating a drug against HIV, against TB. So after 8 years, the achievements were that this drug HTI 286, this anti-cancer drug, was actually formulated. And apart from this anti-cancer drug, uh, another most important thing is that anti-venom against a very poisonous snake, that is Papuan taipan snake. This was actually this anti-venom was also formulated from the native plants of Papua New Guinea. And also uh, oil from lichens, that is the Parmotrema and the uh, Pyxine. All these lichens, they were used to actually extract an oil from it, and this oil is actually medicinal. It has got analgesic as well as anti-inflammatory property. So we see that three achievements: one is the medicinal oil, another is the anti-venom, another is the anti-cancer drug. So these are the three achievements. And so apart from this medicinal achievements, this Nagoya Protocol actually also has one basic thing, that is enlisting of the biodiversity. So they have a clearinghouse. Any member of the Nagoya Protocol who is a signatory, they have a clearinghouse that is basically providing information, online information about biodiversity of that country. Here in Papua New Guinea, it is the BioNet. This is actually online database that provides information about biodiversity of that area, and this information is actually they have information about biodiversity of any country, that is actually provided by the country only. The in the clearinghouse they do it, and basically the secretariat of that country, they will actually appoint certain authorities, certain national authorities they will provide national authorities, and these national authorities will actually appoint some other publishing authorities. These national authorities of the secretariat, they will be uh, appointing certain publishing authorities who will amass all information regarding the biodiversity, and they will put in this uh, online database, and any country or any business house or any individual also, this bionet, they can access to this bionet, and then they can contact this national authorities for sharing of this this genetic resources, and then by mutual agreement, if there is a mutual agreement, then only the sharing of mutual resource for research as well as non-research or any commercial purpose will be done. So this is actually this is how it works. So basically first you get information from the clearinghouse, and then you contact the national authorities, and the national authorities will in turn contact the community level people who will be responsible for sharing the information, and then if mutually agreement is possible, then only this sharing will be done, and the benefits of the of sharing this genetic resources will be shared equally, that is 50-50%. And this benefits can be both monetary and non-monetary. So this is this entire process of clearing house and national authorities and all, this is common for all the case studies. So then we come to Cook Island. We have earlier seen that all the four islands that belong to this Oceania region. So these islands, though they are rich in biodiversity, in Cook Island also, in under Nagoya Protocol, the conservation of biodiversity was done, and also bioactive products of various medicinal plants was also determined, and the parties, they are this this research labs and all in the Cook Island, and after a research of almost 8 years, many medicinal plants, bioactive compound were found from these medicinal plants, and the benefits arising from this bioactive medicines, they were shared equally by the islanders, the community of the islanders, as well as the country that was doing research on. And so, in this third case study, where we deal with Samoa, Samoa is also um, Polynesian island. That is island in the Oceania. We know that Oceania has Melanesia and Polynesian island. So this Samoa is one of the island in Oceania, As you can see, these are the volcanic islands, and this island is native to many endemic plants, which has got many bioactive medicinal properties. And out of this, Homalanthus nutans, which is known as the mamala plant by the native people, a medicinal property of this mamala plant was actually analyzed, and antiviral forbol was actually obtained from it. This knowledge of antiviral property of this plant was earlier in the knowledge of the Samoan traditional healers. So that was further research was done, and now after 6 years of this research, this benefit has been shared by the people of Samoa, that is for improving their infrastructure as well as biodiversity, for protection of biodiversity also. This benefit was actually used, financial as well as non-financial benefits. In case of Vanuatu also, Vanuatu is a very it is a group of you see this coral island. This is an atoll, and we see much coral life here. So in Vanuatu, the target was a bit different. It was not just taking benefit of the bioactive compound of medicinal plant, but here we are to find the biodiversity, and we know, see, as this is an island, so it has both the forest area, both the coral area, as well as the marine region here. So we have a wide variety of different habitat, different ecosystem in these islands. So we get a large amount of different micro habitats, and the diversity was determined, and it was enlisted in this their clearinghouse, that is InfoNet. And these are the parties, that is government of France along with the government of Vanuatu. Now close home, in the Telangana region also, we are benefited with, by this Nagoya Protocol. And in fact, these are the parties that are doing research work. And mostly, we know that Telangana region, it is famous for growing this castor. Most people, most farmers here, they grow castor for oil production. And in order to improve it, in order to improve the oil production, they were thinking of formulating certain fertilizer, pesticides, and all that were natural, that were not chemical. So it is an organic way how they can do it. And in fact, after 6 years of research, a biopesticide was formulated. And it was formulated from where? It was formulated from the microbes that were collected from these villages, these local villages of Andhra, that is Koshta Kota and Kotha Gudam. I hope I'm spelling it right. So these two villages of Andhra were the site for collection of these microbes, and enzymes of these microbes were found to be effective pesticide action against various pests. So they were actually modified to improve the pesticide producing capacity. And so these biopesticides were obtained from these from the microbes, and these pesticides were very much applied when in the oil, castor oil production and producing area, and they helped in improving the yield of castor plant. So this is the Indian scenario in Telangana. Then we have this tribal organization, that is the Gram Mungli Gai Company Limited, and this NGO has been working, and the Nagoya Protocol, that is after that is almost 5 years it has been with Nagoya Protocol, and tribal areas in Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, all these tribal areas, they are under this GMCL, and GMCL is basically um, acting as a intermediate between these tribals and the various business houses like Dabur, Himalaya, and nature remedies. These business houses, they have entered a tie, and the villagers, the tribals of these area, that is the in these states, they are to collect or cultivate the medicinal plants that are found in their own region, and they are to supply it to these business houses. But what Nagoya Protocol comes into um, picture. Nagoya Protocol actually, due to this Nagoya Protocol, these tribals, they are actually, they have given basic training on how to grow these plant or collect these plant sustainably, so that the biodiversity is not exhausted. There is a sustainable use of these medicinal plant. So they are actually given training about how to collect any medicinal plant from wild sustainably, and not to over exploit it, or even if they are cultivating that plant, when to cultivate, what are the specifications that are very essential for cultivation, so that the yield can be maximum, at the same time there is no loss of biodiversity. So that is how, in these states, that is Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and all this area, tribals are getting benefited from this Nagoya Protocol. And this is the most important and most interesting. In the Kailash region, biodiversity is protected under Nagoya Protocol, and this is a multilateral treaty where the major country is China, India, Nepal, but we can also get Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, all these countries. They are trying to protect the very complex ecosystem that is occurring in this Kailash region. And in fact, this what we are seeing, this is a caterpillar fungus that is growing inside the caterpillar. These fungus, they grow inside the caterpillar. They feed on the living caterpillar and actually mummify it, kill it. And in that mummified caterpillar, they grow so much, and later they develop fruiting bodies in this region. And this fungus, that is the caterpillar fungus, that is growing on this ghost caterpillar. It has got medicinal properties, and in Chinese medicine, it is very much used in Chinese medicine as well as traditional Tibetan medicine also. And what Nagoya Protocol is trying to protect, not only just the biodiversity, but how to use this in this caterpillar fungus sustainably. Because of the medicinal property, these this caterpillar fungus, they have become very much over exploited. They are over harvested. So basically, when it is over harvested, it will get endangered. And but they are of medicinal use. So, and more and more, as the time goes on, they are getting endangered. And so in order to protect these caterpillar fungus, measures has been taken. And this caterpillar fungus is actually found in the Tibetan region and the Himalayan region close to the Tibet, that is in the Kailash region, that is in Nepal, as well as in the Tibetan region. So this particular species is getting endangered. So basically, there are many measures. The local people, they are made aware of how to sustainably harvest these fungus, and not to overexploit it. So this is all about the case studies of Nagoya Protocol. Now about the question. Nagoya Protocol on access to the genetic resources and the fair and equitable sharing of benefit जो है, this The first option is that benefit sharing जो international agreement that aims to lessen water pollution. No, it is not concerned with water pollution. It is concerned with biodiversity. So this is not a correct option. Then it is an international agreement which aims at sharing the benefits arising from the utilization of genetic resources in all possible way. Yeah, international agreement which aims at sharing the benefit and utilization of genetic resources in a fair and equitable way. So the option B as well as C, they might appear same, but there is one twist, that is in all possible way and in fair and equitable way. So we have seen in Nagoya Protocol, it's always fair and equitable sharing of resources. So number C will be a correct option. Now let's see, international agreement which aims at ensuring the safe handling, transport and use of the living modified organism. So when we talk about living modified organism, it is Cartagena Protocol. So whenever we are talking about LMOs, it is Cartagena Protocol. So D is also not the right option, because D will be the option for Cartagena Protocol. So for Nagoya Protocol, we are seeing only C option. So that was all from my side. If you have any other information, any interesting information regarding Nagoya Protocol, any case studies and all, so you can write it in the comment section. And if you have any other queries also, you can write it in the comment section. Any suggestions, also write it in the comment section. If you like this video, do hit the like button, to share it with your friends, and also do subscribe, because your subscription, it encourages me to make more such videos. I do make videos on botany related topics, on environments related topic, and based on the BSc and MSc syllabuses. Also, I do make videos on this competitive exams like CSI and NET and set of various states. So you can go to my channel and watch those videos, and I have actually put it under playlist. So thank you again for watching this video.